So it's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 122, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. 22 is my fucking favorite number. Bet you didn't know that, motherfucker. Now you do. So we got a little bit to talk about this week. Thank you everybody for stopping back in and spending your whenever night with me. It is 28 degrees out here, but it actually doesn't feel as fucking cold as it did when it was like 30 something, which I don't know. I am bundled up with a hat in the hood and a jacket on and shit and some shoes this time. But boy, it's been fucking freezing here for the last week. Like, it's been fucking cold, man. And I fucking, even though it's only January, I'm like fucking so tired of this shit. I'm fucking, I think I've been complaining the most. What the fuck is that? Someone just pulled in my fucking driveway. Hold on. The fuck is going on? Huh. Oh, that's across the way. They're just backed in across the street. Anyway. Well, the fucking mad headlights up in the fucking garage window and shit, and nobody comes here. Like, you know, we're off the beaten path for everybody, so it's rare to see someone pulling in the fucking driveway, but they weren't pulling in the driveway. They're just perfectly lined up. Anyway, it's about to grab the East Wing hammer. Go outside. I don't have a gun out here. Put that on the fucking list. So I know a lot of you have seen the Steve Connor saga quickly unfold and then dissipate. Well, so just a quick, in case you didn't know or you were like, oh, what the fuck's going on? I got an email through the site's contact form for somebody who said they own the trademark to Black GPT and, you know, asked if I would stop using it. And of course, you know, I just woke up. It was 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, so I wasn't having that. I was upset. I was like, oh, bullshit. Fuck that. Wah, wah, wah. So, of course, I went on the defensive immediately and first emailed back saying some fucking wild shit. And then, I'm sorry, I'm picking this fucking nail. I'm sorry. It was like hanging off. It's bothering me. I just don't, you know, aside from a gun, I also don't have fucking nail clippers out here either. Put that on the list too. But so of course, you know, I do what I do when anyone says something I don't like, is I fucking immediately fire back with some, you know, balonga, and then I do something, well, whatever. I you know, did what I normally do, and you guys are all pretty familiar with that. And so I changed the name of the ink, Black GPT, to Steve Connor, and And I didn't ever think I would ever hear. I thought that was like the end of it. I was like, aha, you know. So I made of course I made a big show of it. And when I get a message on Instagram, Steve Connor brand, and he used the Black GPT picture as his profile picture. So of course I'm thinking it's somebody breaking my balls. Even at the beginning, I thought it might be someone breaking my balls or someone else who fucking doesn't like me or something, trying to get me to fucking. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I end up talking to this guy, right, for a while. And it turns out he is a fucking really nice dude. And he cares about the children in the communities. And he cares about education. And he's just a morally good dude. And he did fucking file the paperwork for that name. And so, at first I got on my fucking Devastator bravado, blah, 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 all that bullshit. But then I had to think about it. Like, people steal my designs constantly, and I have, there's nothing I can do about it but talk shit and be mad about it. So I was like, this guy sent me a nice email and he wasn't an asshole at all. And he sent me a fucking email and said, if you don't mind, you read the email, don't fucking use this. I own this. And I was a fucking prick. And then I felt bad. Because I was wrong, regardless. And I know a lot of times I'd be like, I do what I want. But he didn't come at me all fucking crazy like how I tend to come at people. He didn't fucking publicly try to drag me through the mud and say fucking whatever or send a lawyer or do any of this shit. He fucking sent me an email like a fucking, like a regular person, and was like, yo, don't use this shit if you could. So him and I ended up talking for a while, and he's a nice guy, man. So I dropped the whole thing. I think I changed the name to like Hal 9000 or some shit, like Hal, But I know I'm man enough and strong enough and mature enough to know when I'm wrong, and I was wrong on that one. He was right. He went about it the right way, and I reacted poorly like a fucking child, and brought everybody into it. But then as we talked, I told him, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." I go, "But that's what we do." I said, I go fucking hard for my people, and they fucking go hard for me, and we all go hard for each other. Pause. And he's like, I'm fucking, I don't got nothing to worry about, right? I said, no, not at all. You're with us now, So I want to tell everybody out there, Steve Connor, real guy, nice guy, fucking definitely fucking cares about the youth and the next generation in tech, and he was a school teacher and is a school. He's an educator. So shout out to him, man. And I feel bad, and I was wrong. I overreacted, and that wasn't cool of me. But I mean, it is me though. Like, that's what I do. So if you guys know that's like what I fucking do. So if you can't tell, aside from that as well, the pigments came in, and unfortunately, the blue is cool and shit, but I just don't think it's gonna be good for anything. I'm gonna try it out a little bit more. I'm gonna see what it does on bleed and what it does on some chemical testing. But a couple of the other samples they sent were just their version of the same thing of something I already use. And not at any really better of a price. I could get a lot more, but it's also like fucking $95 a pound, and you have to buy a minimum of like fucking 55 pounds or some crazy shit like that. So, like, if I wanted to buy a fucking bale of the shit. So I'm fucking slightly disappointed about that. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue experimenting with this shit and keep, me. I'm going to keep trying. And I can't find the fucking white, man. The white it's like fucking non-existent. I even emailed that company back that told me that fucking blew me off. And I was like, yo, I said, I know I'm probably not your top priority and shit, but what is the deal? I said, I'm just like even curious. Like, did they stop making this shit? Is it fucking illegal? Like, what is it? You gave me all these fucking samples of this white. You told me it was $10 a pound, and I had to buy 44 fucking pounds. Or 45, some shit like that. I got it in a fucking email. It ended up being about $500. And I should have just said fucking ship it. But I was like, fuck that. Like, you can't break me off fucking 3 pounds or something, you know what I mean? Or what, whatever. Like 3 pounds would have lasted me a fucking ever. So now it just left me to the point where I was just curious, like, why can't I get this anymore? And this is right from the fucking company. Their North American branch from Germany. Like, fucking, I'm like, yo, what's the fucking deal with this shit? So I'm going to continue looking, and I'm going to continue fucking trying to figure this shit out. But it's fucking, dude, I don't understand it. I'm not really sure, like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know. But again, what do I know? I don't fucking know. And I know I'm a small fucking fish. I'm like the smallest fish, I'm sure. Like, I was talking to somebody for this binder that I use. They were like, oh, well, so I got to tell all these people all this shit. And they're like, oh, yeah, fucking, let us know all of the ins and outs. So I basically told them the whole shit. So if you want to go finesse the pigment companies for the recipe, they got it. they got it all. But they were like, oh, yeah, we could get you that. And I was like, oh, yeah, well, I could get that already. But, oh, yeah, well, we can only get it for you at fucking 120 pounds at a time. I'm like, no thanks. Dude, what the fuck? Like, half of this shit, I would love 120 pounds of it. I don't know where the fuck I'm going to keep it. I don't know how the fuck long it stays good for. And that is definitely going to go to, like, it's just going to sit there for a long time. Like, a fucking kilo of violet lasts me fucking a long time. A fucking long time. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do with fucking 100 pounds? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot. Hopefully one day that's a reality where it's like, oh yeah, hopefully, can I get 200? Can I got 300 pounds? Fuck it, give me 1,000. But we ain't there yet, dog. I don't even have anywhere to put that shit. I don't even know where to fucking put some of this fucking shit. But, so, whatever. I'm figuring it out. And I'm going to continue the fucking search. The search is not over. I'm going to continue grinding this shit out and figuring this shit out. So that's what I got going on. That's what's been going on. Still working out the Bad Friends bundle. It's getting closer. I gotta get some shit out in the mail and shit, and that'll get rolling. It's probably gonna be later. Obviously, it is now later than I thought. I think I said I was shooting for the 20th, and that was fucking 4 days ago. So that obviously isn't gonna happen. But it's not like the project's not gonna happen. It's just fucking, I gotta figure some shit out. Yo, and then I remember I think I said I downloaded I downloaded so much Tupac. It's fucking crazy. And I'm not really like the biggest Tupac fan, where that would make sense. I mean, I enjoyed his music when I was a musician, and I still do, but I enjoyed his style of music, the way he made the music, his voice, his energy, that kind of aggressive shit, because he wasn't like the best, word for word writer, but he was definitely like one of the best performers of it, both recorded and live, and whether he was, everyone's like, oh, yo, he was a fucking ballet, so whatever he was doing, it was fucking, it was influential to a lot of people all over the world. Anyway, I don't even know what the fuck it was. I think I was trying to get, because you know me, man, I don't pay for music. I try never to pay for any music ever. unless for some odd reason it's just impossible to find. And I just don't, like, you can always rip YouTube, but that shit kind of sounds like shit sometimes, a lot of the time, more times than not. So if there's like a shit ass version on YouTube, or I can just hear like, oh, this ain't gonna sound good, then I might spend $1 on a fucking song somewhere from some fucking little known fucking joint. I just don't fucking, I don't know. I don't like paying for music because I came from the first generation of digital pirating and piracy. And you used to just be able to go in the server room and be like, I need files 1306 through 1312 and get the new Linkin Park album or whatever the fuck it was, you know, fucking high quality. And I kind of got spoiled with that shit. But anyway, and then not that was before Napster and all that shit. That was like fucking, that was before Napster. And then what was after that? It was like LimeWire and Airs. I used Airs for a long time. There was a bunch of them too, but yeah, I used fucking Airs. It was my shit for a long time. I didn't even really use LimeWire till the end, because Airs work so fucking good for everything, software and all kinds of shit, music, video. But I don't know what the fuck that's. Anyway, I downloaded. I think it ended up being 60 fucking gigs of fucking Tupac songs, right? The first fucking collection was, I think, was 35. And then the remix collection was 25 or 26 or 27. Son, the fucking, the collection folder, and this is of, I don't even really know, like, it's got like 1,430 songs, I think. and it's not like different songs. It'll be like 6 versions of Ambitions of a Rider or whatever the fuck. You know, it'll be 10 versions of Hit 'Em Up. It'll be 4 versions of Unconditional Love, or some joints it's got fucking 12 or 13. You know, it's got like a demo, it's got a rough cut, it's got cuts without the hook, it's got cuts without fucking double overs, or what they call ad libs. I used to call them double overs. Well, then you have double overs and you have your triple over. This is all because we didn't have shit. We didn't know shit, so that's what I call them. We got to do your double overs, and then after you did your double overs, you do your triple overs, which is like this. Yeah, pew, you know, all that type of shit. But anyway, fucking idiot. So I think I got through about 430 songs or 440 songs so far. I just got through the Hit 'Em Up section. Shit is crazy. It's just so much. Half the shit I just skip anyway, because there's only like certain Tupac songs or certain types of Tupac songs that I actually like. And I want my Tupac music to either make me feel like I'm gonna cry or make me feel like I want to go kill everybody. And I really don't give a fuck about the music where it's like fucking bitches and all types of shit like that. That really doesn't do it for me. That type of music never really did it for me, you know. And that shit always seemed kind of like paused to me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to. It's weird listening to a man talk about fucking women. I don't know. That's just like, I don't know. I'm good on that shit. Pause. You know what I mean? But anyway. And I don't even know why I'm telling you about that, but it's just fucking, it's so fucking much. So I had to buy a fucking thumb drive, right? Because I was like, I'm going to put this in the vehicle. And I'm like, well, I don't have any way to do it because I'm definitely not putting 60 gigs of Tupac on my fucking phone. That shit will just shut off. It'll be a fucking paperweight after that. But so I got this 128 gig thumb drive, a slim one that doesn't like stick out. It's just like a little nub. I was like, oh yeah, this is the way to go. So I do put all this shit on there. I go out. It's like, nah, car doesn't recognize it. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to do all this fucking converting of this fucking shit. I had to delete everything and then fucking format and reformat the drive to this other fucking format, and then load it all up. And the way my other vehicle was you could just like go through the folders and open a folder, like go, boom, okay, this folder, this folder, this folder. This one doesn't really work like that. It's a little convoluted the way it works through the USB stick. And you can't change folders while the fucking thing is going over like 15 miles an hour. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? This is bullshit. So I was looking like on the fucking Toyota fucking website, like how do you bypass that fucking shit? And there's mad people bitching since they started doing it. I'm like, yo, this is fucking ridiculous. It's a safety feature or what the fuck ever. But what about like, God forbid, or in a rare occasion that somebody has a passenger that can operate the fucking thing? You know what I mean? Like, it just makes it inconvenient for everybody. So I just say, fuck it. Oh, I can't change the fucking thing. I'll just put it on my phone. And instead of hitting the little dash thing, I'll just use my fucking phone. That makes a lot of sense, Toyota. So thank you for that safety feature, dick sucker. There's a couple things about that whip that are fucking annoying me. The automatic off shit, like when you fucking press the brake all the way and it fucking shuts the fucking engine off. I fucking can't stand that. And then I gotta drive it in fucking either sport mode or snow mode all the time, because if not, and you like go to kind of do your California rolling stop or kind of roll to a stop and then you gotta go quick, light turns green when you're just slowing down, it like jerks and does this weird economy fucking bullshit where it's trying to downshift you. I brought it back to the dealer. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? They had said, oh, like, we updated the fucking computer. I'm sure you fucking did. And then I just go to the forums and everyone's like, yo, this is bullshit. It's just something they do. It's just something, it's not bad. It's annoying. It's not bad for the vehicle. Your vehicle's not fucked up. It's just it's trying to shift economically or some fucking shit, whatever. It's fucking irritating. So that's about it, man. I'm trying to think of anything else that's been going on. I'm trying to think of anything in the Devastator world. Had a couple videos that fucking hooked up and did fucking good, brought all kinds of new motherfuckers in, so that's cool. Shout out to y'all if you found your way here. Fucking good luck. Only a handful of crazy motherfuckers out here every week. So shout out to all you guys, man. Fucking, I hope everyone's doing good. I'm cold. I'm probably about to wrap this shit up and get back in the crib. I think I'm caught up on orders for right now. And I think I'm going to fucking take tonight off. I mean, it's not like there's much night left. What time is it? This is fucking 8:30. It's not like there's a whole bunch of night left, but I don't think I'm going to be fucking around in the basement. I don't know. I don't fucking know what I'm going to do. Kind of just want to relax. Maybe I'll fucking bust some balls on Instagram and talk some shit. But that's it, man. I hope everyone's doing good. Shout out to all you. Love you guys. Thank you for always coming back and fucking kicking it with me every week. Yeah, man. Fucking shout out everybody, man. I love you guys, man. Got t-shirts coming soon. I'm running the always available again because like I've said before, I fucked up them being always available. I'm gonna try not to let that happen again. It's difficult sometimes, but I'm going to try. And then I'm going to go with get back into our limited shit that doesn't release again. But I had to get some shirts made up because I wanted to bring one for Ian Bick when I go there in February. So I wanted to make sure I had those and not procrastinate. So I just pulled the trigger on this shit. I was like, all right, let's get some. So those will be back. If you didn't get one, those will be back probably at the end of this week or whatever. Fuck, not this week, but you know what I'm saying, next week, this coming up week, and then and we'll see what else is going on. So that's about all I got. I'll stay tuned, keep it fucking tuned in, and we'll see what we can do. All right, guys, I love you all. Take care. Shout out everybody. Yeah, I'm about to get in the house. Love you.